Hey, this is Matthew. Today I'm talking about what you need to know to prepare well for a meditation retreat, and then once you're on a retreat, how to survive, make it through, and have a good or at least reasonable experience. If you're new here, my name is Matthew, and my goal is to spark you to think differently so you can create new possibilities for yourself in your life. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do that and hit the thumbs up button on this video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm. In any case, I am going on a meditation retreat tomorrow, and so this topic is really in my mind. So I'll let you in on what I've been doing to prepare for the meditation retreat and then how I'm going to handle it when I get there. So first up, preparation. There's two primary things that I really recommend doing when you're heading on a retreat. The first thing is to do more meditation than you normally would in the lead up to the retreat. Now, I'll be 100% honest, I haven't done as much as I would have liked leading up into this retreat, but I have done more than I normally would. And the idea with that is that it's just less of a confronting experience when I'm there if I've been doing more. It smooths the transition, it makes it just easier to get into the swing of things. So do more meditation is the first thing. And the second thing is do physical stretching. I am not the best person at configuring my legs on retreats, and I get sore knees, and have a pretty unpleasant experience physically on retreats. The physical experience of going is one of the hardest things for me, and so one of the big things I do is do lots of stretching, and I really recommend you do stretching. And the best stretching I've found to do this is hip opener, hip flexibility stretching, and there's a really good course that I've been doing a bunch of times when I head up to retreats, which I think it's not very expensive and it's really helpful for me, and I'll put a link to that down below. So that's before the meditation retreat. I've prepared, I've done lots of sitting, and I've done stretching. Now, what about when I'm actually there? Well, when I'm there, what I'm focused on is really trying to narrow my focus to the shortest period of time possible. This retreat I'm going on is 6 days, but if I think of it as 6 days of meditation, it's a bit overwhelming. It's a lot, it's so much. So what I do is I focus on getting through one sitting period at a time. So this 25 minutes, I'm only focused on getting through that. And even in that, I might focus on just getting through a few breaths. I'm just going to get through this breath and the next breath, and then before I know it, the sit's over. And so it's really about focusing on really small chunks of time when it gets really tough. Particularly for me, with the pain of it, oftentimes I do a lot of just letting the pain go, or just being with the pain, being okay with it. Really bring as much acceptance and just okayness as I can with the pain, because the pain otherwise is just really overwhelming. The other thing with retreats, particularly for first timers, is there's normally some sort of practices, whether it's chanting or bowing or doing something, particularly in the Buddhist tradition, and that can be a bit confronting for new people. So what I would really recommend with how to deal with that when you go is to treat it as a fun interruption to the actual meditation. The meditation is really intense, so it's really great to have some interruption to that. And after a while, you might end up start enjoying it like I do now. I kind of enjoy it because it's something I do, and it's an ability to do a different type of meditation. So in Zen, we focus on the actual sitting, the Zazen, the walking meditation, Kinhin, and Samu, all work practice. And even the chanting and the bowing is also a practice. The idea is really to be practicing the whole time we're on a retreat. It's not just when I'm sitting, the whole experience, the whole time I'm there, I'm really working on my practice, doing my best to be as present as I can in the moment. And that really leads into my last piece of advice, and that is to go with the flow. Meditation retreats have a flow of their own, and the best thing that you can do for yourself is to go with the flow and not fight it. You don't want to be the person who's having a go at the teacher or complaining, at least in your mind, about what's going on or the practices, or this is too long. any kind of mental talk about commentary, sort of internal commentary on the retreat itself, while it might be helpful and whatever, it's not going to help you get through it and have a good experience. So I really recommend that, to the best you can, when you arrive at the retreat, leave any opinions you have about how it should be or how you want it to be at the door, so that you can just be there and see it how it is. And I will add another bonus tip, and this one is to really go hard. This is an opportunity where you can do more than you would normally do. Normally, if I'm at home, I'm unlikely to sit up all night, but I have done that in meditation retreats before. If I'm unlikely to sit extra time, and on retreats, I'll sit extra time. It's a case of, this is an opportunity to really dive deep into your practice, really get a solid sense of it if you're new, and really get back into it if you've done it before. And those are the key things that I think are key to having a good practice at a retreat and getting the most out of it. If you'd like to hear more from me, you can subscribe to my email newsletter. I send that out every week, and there's a link below. And until next time, the journey continues.